All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into something I think we've all come across online.
Oh, yeah.
You know those posts or articles that promise to reveal those billionaire fitness secrets?
Right, right. I've seen those.
Yeah, and they always sound kind of a little too good to be true.
I get that. Like, are we really supposed to believe that we can just, like, do a few push-ups and suddenly have the same physique as, say, Jeff Bezos?
Haha, yeah, exactly. But it does make you wonder, right? Like, what do these super successful people do to stay in shape? I mean, they're running empires, making deals, flying to space. When do they even have time to work out?
That's a great point. Time is definitely a major factor for most people, especially those at the top.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to unpack today. We've got this snippet. It's like maybe a social media post or maybe an ad. I'm not really sure, but it's all about billionaire fitness hacks.
Okay, interesting. And what kind of stuff does it talk about?
Well, it mentions some pretty interesting examples. Like Bezos is apparently hitting the gym every single day.
Wow, every day.
Yeah, that's no excuses. Then you got Zuckerberg, who's out there doing these 5-mile runs. And then there's Branson. Well, he's off kite surfing with the Obamas.
Ha ha! Okay, so maybe that one's not exactly relatable for most of us.
Right, but still, like, you got to wonder if there's something we can learn from how these titans of industry approach their fitness, even if we can't, squeeze in a kite surfing session with a former president. So to help us break it all down, we have our expert. What do you think? Are we just glimpses into a world we can't relate to, or is there something here for the rest of us?
Yeah, so one thing that jumps out at me from this snippet is how much it emphasizes the time factor. Like, it claims that even just 10 minutes a day can make a difference.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, oh, okay, even I could find 10 minutes. But is that really, like, enough to actually see results? I mean, we're all busy, right?
Well, I think the key here might not be about the actual minutes themselves, but more about the mindset. You know, billionaires are known for their incredible discipline and focus, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it stands to reason that they would apply that same level of commitment to their fitness routines.
That's a good point. It's not just about finding the time, it's about making it a priority.
Exactly. Now, that being said, let's look at the examples the snippet gives us. You mentioned Bezos with his daily workouts.
Right.
That's all about consistency. Then you've got Branson, who seems to be more drawn to these like intense bursts of activity.
Like kite surfer.
Yeah, exactly. It almost reflects their different approaches to business, wouldn't you say?
It really does. Bezos is all about building those habits, those systems, day after day. And Branson, he's the one who's always, pushing boundaries and taking risks.
Exactly. So maybe what we can take away from this is that there's not necessarily a right way to approach fitness. It's more about finding what works for you, what aligns with your personality and preferences.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, forcing yourself into a routine you hate is probably not going to be sustainable in the long run.
Exactly, no matter how optimal it might be on paper.
Okay, so figure out what works for you. Got it. But, it's hard not to wonder if we're only seeing a very, like, curated version of reality here, Like, are there a bunch of billionaires out there who, like, never exercise?
Aha, that's a fair point. It's definitely possible that we're getting a bit of a biased view here. We're more likely to hear about the billionaires who are, crushing it in the gym or doing extreme sports than the ones who maybe prefer to spend their free time in other ways.
Right, like no one's going to brag about their Netflix and chill routine.
Exactly. But even if that's the case, I still think there's something valuable in the fact that these high achievers, these people who are constantly in demand, still make time for their health.
That's true. It's like they're saying my well-being is an asset, and they're investing in it just like they would a promising startup.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. And now, going back to the snippet, it ends, of course, with the classic call to action: follow for billionaire fitness hacks.
Of course. Got to get those followers.
Right. But it does make you wonder, is that kind of messaging actually helpful, or is it just, clever marketing?
I mean, I love a good life hack as much as the next person, but when it comes to fitness, I don't know. Are there really any shortcuts?
I'd say probably not. Like, sustainable fitness is about finding something you enjoy, something you can stick with, not about chasing these quick fixes or trying to mimic someone else's routine.
Right, what works for Bezos or Branson might not work for me, and that's totally fine.
Exactly. You have to find your own path.
It's almost like the real billionaire fitness hack is simply valuing your health enough to make it a non-negotiable part of your life.
Oh, I like that. It's about making that commitment to yourself no matter how busy life gets. Just like you wouldn't skip an important meeting, you don't skip taking care of yourself.
Exactly. So maybe the takeaway here isn't about copying specific workouts, but about adopting that health as an asset mindset.
Yeah, that's great.
It's about finding what motivates you to move and making it a priority, even if it's just 10 minutes at a time.
I agree.
So what do you what's your approach to staying fit in a world that's constantly demanding your attention? We'd love to hear your thoughts.